want kindness? I'll give you a story of kindness. Rav Shlomo Levinstein, Shlita, said in one of his shiurim, and I heard it from Rabbi Ephraim. Rav Shlomo Levinstein used to live in Petach Tikva at a street called Solomon, building number 8. He said his neighbor, for many years, was an unknown rabbi, meaning he was a Talmid Chacham, he had a little shul, but the world, till this day, doesn't even know who he is. His name was Rav Yaron Baifus. Rav Yaron Baifus lived at number 6 Solomon. So, literally, a building over from Rav Levinstein. And Rav Baifus was married, but didn't have any children. But everyone saw mamash the light on his face. He had his shul, he had his bet midrash, he was Talmid Chacham, but relatively unknown outside. The Maharil Diskin sent certain Talmidim that he had to Petach Tikva to build a religious Jewish community, to fight against the Zionists, the Shaim. The Zionists did everything they could to destroy Am Yisrael, much more than the Nazis, by the way. It's unfortunate truth. Many people that are Zionists or call themselves Zionists today simply do not know the history of Zionism. A few tzaddikim came to Petach Tikva to fight against the Zionists. So Rav Baifus was one of those people that was there for many, many years. Big tzaddik, Talmid Chacham. You'd see him, you see his Amash had light on his face. Certain people, you look at them, it's like you see the Shekhinah, beautiful people. Righteous people, never heard a scream from his house, never heard any shlom bayit problems, never heard any issues. Baruch Hashem, everybody could say this is mamash, malach Hashem. Now as he got older, Rav Baifus started losing it a little bit, as sometimes happens to people as they get older. And once in a while, he would say something off. Like a word would come out, didn't make any sense. You know, he'd say something, and something just came out as a blab. You just don't understand what he said. It happens as you get older, Hashem Yachem. Now, during his last day, his nephews were around him, and they saw that he's sick, and they called Atzala. They picked him up from his house, and they put him on a bed, and they were taking him to the ambulance. He was still conscious, but everyone knew this, obviously something not so good here. Right before he went into the ambulance, there's people there, the nephews are there especially. Everyone's worried, but there's not much you can do. But everyone's looking at him, paying attention just to see anything. And right before he entered the ambulance, he screamed, "What about the Filipino dancers?" And died. Now the nephews, these old tzaddikim, Yirei Shamayim, Talmidei Yeshiva, Kolel, they wanted to simply bury themselves in the ground. Their uncle, the big tzaddik, instead of saying vidui, chatanu, avinu, pashanu, which is what you're supposed to do, before going to Shamayim, you're supposed to say Shema Yisrael, you're supposed to say vidui, I'm sorry Hashem, last minute tshuva. What's this guy doing? What about the Filipino dancers and the tickets? They didn't know what to do with themselves. The whole shiva. They're crying, but they're confused. They don't know what to do. How do we do it? They want to keep the story a secret. It's already embarrassing enough. The word got around, and one time, after a little time passed, a big Talmid Chacham came to the nephews, and he said to them, I heard the story about Rav Baifus, alav shalom. Tell me exactly what happened. So the nephews were very embarrassed. Said, "For the Rav, I don't know what to say, how to say it, but listen, our uncle was a tzaddik, but once in a while maybe he would say something off, but we have no idea how to explain this." Right before he died, his last words, "What about the Filipino dancers? Get the tickets. Hashem yirachem alenu." What about the Filipino dancers? Get the tickets. What do we do with this? So Talmid Chacham, that was around for many, many years, knew Rav Baifus. He says, "Sit down, let me tell you the story." He says, over 40 years ago, your uncle came here to Petach Tikva. In those days, Petach Tikva wasn't like it is today. The Zionists had a lot more power, and they did everything possible to destroy Klal Yisrael. They would spend a fortune just to kill Judaism. Just exactly like the Yevanim. Maybe a little worse. So what they decided to do, we have a new idea. What's an idea? We're going to make a huge concert in Petach Tikva and bring Filipino dancers. And everyone's going to come and fall in love with these Filipino dancers and watch them and make all types of sins. And Hashem Yilachem. When your uncle, Rav Baifus, heard this, he couldn't live with himself. He immediately called the place and he says, how big is this event? He said, for 5,000 people. He says, have you sold any tickets? No, we haven't put them on sale yet. He said, okay, I'll buy every ticket. I said, what? What do you mean you're gonna buy every ticket? He goes, no, I need all the tickets. I need all of them. I have people. Well, I don't want to lose out. I have 5,000 people. You have 5,000 seats? I got 5,000. I got 5,000. I need 5,000 tickets. The ticket guy was like, sold out. Sold out. Finished. Best thing in the world. That's what you hoped for. Sold out in one phone call. We should have made 10,000 seats. Rav Baifus goes to the bank, borrows money that he's never going to have to pay back. He simply borrows money to pay for these tickets. Buys all the tickets. Takes them to his house. The show happens and the Filipino are dancing to themselves. No one's there. After the show is finished and this sakana, this disaster is out of the way, good. But you still got a loan that's hundreds of thousands of dollars. How are you going to pay for this? You still got to pay for it now. It's okay, you did a good deed, chazaku baruch, you still got to pay for it now. Where are you going to get this money? From your $400 a month that you get from the kollel? Where are you going to get it from? So Rav Baifus came to a few family members, said, please help me out. I took on this big mitzvah to protect Am Yisrael from sinning in this concert. Help me out a little bit maybe. They laughed at him. His family laughed at him. Goes, what are you doing? What are you, crazy? Why'd you do that? So what? What, you canceled the concert for 3 hours? So for 3 hours they didn't sin, so they'll sin on the 4th hour on their own. Or they'll make another concert. What's the point? Why'd you do that? You put yourself in the hole. No, we're not going to pay for it. So not only they didn't help him, but they made fun of him. Rav Baifus goes to the Gadol Ador, Stipler Gaon. He goes to the Stipler Gaon, he tells him exactly what he did. He says, Kvod Harav, I just need to know. Did I do good or no? The Stipler says, not only you did good, but you now have 5,000 tickets to Olam Haba. You take those tickets with you to Olam Haba. There's nothing to worry about. So the Talmid Chacham tells the nephews, that's what your uncle was saying. Why? He was already seeing the next world. Last minute, you already see what's going on. He was telling Shamayim, bring the tickets, the 5,000 tickets with the Filipino dancers. Why? That's my entrance to Olam Haba. That's kindness. Be'ezrat Hashem, we try to